Hey folks, Wrath coming at you with another video. Today I did a little experiment and whether it's worth to exclusive 30 Koreolis, or who I'm going to call Zeus from now on because he legit looks like Zeus. And I did just a very simple yet rudimentary test to see what his damage output is. Again, a very simple test and not comprehensive by any means, but I think it demonstrates that he is a good candidate to exclusive 30. So what I want to do is just jump in real quick to what I've decided on his gear. I'm using a Surge set with a Sun Signet set. Yes, I'm using crit damage gloves. The reason being is because with the Commander and with the new large trophy that dropped, I can get him to almost capped crit rate without needing crit rate gloves. Alright, so this first test is an exclusive 20 on stage 15 of the Sincero Marsh and not the exclusive levels. And what you'll notice immediately off the bat is that he's actually doing fairly good damage being immortal and X20 only. So for newer players that are struggling to get this dungeon down, he's a great addition to help make this easier for you. So notice that at X20, no commander, no prototypes, just immortal with the gear that I have, he's able to take that down. Alright, so since that was fairly easy, I decided to try him on the X level 1. And my thought process here is I'm trying to identify a level at which X20 cannot do it. For the audience, I'm going to X30 him anyway to demonstrate whether there is a difference or not. So my logic here is let's try the next level up in difficulty to see if he can take it down. If he cannot, this would be a great litmus test to see if X30 would be able to. And so what you're noticing is that he, at X level 1 for Sincero Marsh, cannot do it in his current gear setup with my account. And to give you guys some confidence, I didn't only run this test once. I ran it probably half a dozen to a dozen times, and the results were similar, between 30, 34, 35, all the way up to 50% of health remaining. So it's clear that an X20 Immortal cannot complete this level solo, at least with my gear. You know, if he had a crit rate gloves and was geared for survivability, he might be able to. But just based on a pure damage test that I'm doing, he can't do it. Alright, so what I want to do now is exclusive 30 him and not hyper evolve him, so just exclusive 30 him and do the same test again to see whether it has a difference or not. So same gear, no prototypes, no commanders, just X30 instead of X20, same place. So Sincero level 1, we're going to give this a go and see how we do. So let me click start, and what you're noticing off the bat is he's taking less damage. So that's because exclusive 30 also gives him an HP and damage reduction, so the amount that he takes is actually less. But what it is clear overall is that he gets an additional ult off versus X20. And so he consistently actually gets down to like the 30% mark, whereas the test for X20, 30% was the best one out of 12 runs. This one does it consistently to get to 30%. So about a 20% increase overall. All right, and so the final test that I'm going to do is I'm going to hyper evolve him as well, take him to summit level 120 to see if there is a difference or not. So we're gonna click the crystal here, take him all the way up to 120, go back to Sincero X1 for the stage, and give it a go to see if we can complete that or not. I think it's also important to note that there is variability because I am running crit damage gloves for him at this point in time. But overall, again, I've standardized this out to at least 12 runs is what I was going for, 10 to 12, to see if it made a difference. And I genuinely believe that it does. So this last run that I'm showcasing here is fully hyper evolved, exclusive level 30, but immortal 1. So he's not immortal 5 by any means. And he's doing consistently better than not being hyper evolved at X30. So before we were getting down to the 30% mark, here it looks like we're going to be able to kill it. Yep. So a fully hyper evolved immortal 1 X30 Zeus can effectively take down exclusive level 1 of Sincero Marsh. And that's a significant improvement over EX20. I'm going to be doing a bunch more testing now that he's EX30 in different areas of the game. I'll let you guys know about that. But my opinion on the matter is he's definitely an EX30 candidate. Seems really strong from the get-go. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's a little bit different. See y'all in the next one. Peace.